So I read a comment that truly shook me, and this comment was, is Kylian Mbappé overshadowing Vinicius Jr.? Because a few months ago, the narrative was completely the opposite. Vinny was the one overshadowing Kylian Mbappé, and Vinny was performing, he was Ballon d'Or Vinny, and honestly, I will say, I don't see Ballon d'Or Vinny when I look at the Vinny of today, because when Vinny Jr. got robbed of the Ballon d'Or by Rodri, it awoken a new version of Vinny. Vinny was so impressive. He was dangerous, scoring hat-tricks back to back. He was insane. But I think everything changed when he picked up a red card on the 3rd of January against Valencia. When he grabbed the goalkeeper by the neck, got sent off, and then had to miss multiple games. I think that is what changed everything, because that was also the time that Kylian Mbappé picked up his form. But when I say the narrative has changed and it has reversed, I don't mean fully, because Vinny, even though he's not on the level that he was a few months ago, he is still way better than the Mbappé of a few months ago. Vinny at least is assisting and scoring. And I'm not saying Vinny is falling off, I'm just saying Vinny has taken a small back step. And I can understand why people would say he's getting overshadowed, because mostly you just hear of Kylian Mbappé. You just hear of him scoring hat-tricks, performing, and this got me thinking, is this going to be a permanent thing? Will Mbappé continue to overshadow Vinny as long as they play in the same team? Because if you remember, we had many examples of this in the past. Benzema and Ronaldo, Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. There were times when Benzema and Bale were in probably better form than Ronaldo, but then he would still come back eventually and score hat-tricks and overshadow them just because of his big name and the fact that he was such a great player. But if you take Ronaldo out of the equation, you get Benzema performing the way he did, winning a Ballon d'Or, and maybe that is the same thing that is happening today. Maybe Vinny is gonna be the Benzema, maybe Mbappé is gonna be the Ronaldo. Because going back to the Ballon d'Or Vinny reference, when he lost the Ballon d'Or, he was on a revenge tour. He was going crazy, scoring goals, scoring assists, performing, game in, game out. And now it seems like it's not Ballon d'Or Vinny anymore. It seems like it's Ballon d'Or Kylian Mbappé. And if we look at the Ballon d'Or power rankings, Mbappé is right there at the top. He's right there at the top, and it looks like if Real Madrid win the Champions League, if they win La Liga, if they win all the cups they can win, Mbappé is taking that thing home. He's taking the Ballon d'Or. And that is sad, because I'm a bigger Vinny Jr. fan than I am a Kylian Mbappé fan. And to see Vinny not get his revenge, not win the Ballon d'Or, it hurts. It kind of reminds me of Erling Haaland in a way, because the year in which Haaland was supposed to win, they gave it to Messi. And have you seen ever since then, Haaland has never made top 3 in the Ballon d'Or. And I don't think he's gonna make top 3 this year either, especially with his team being knocked out of the Champions League by Kylian Mbappe's team. But I mean, we've seen this before. We've seen trios. There's always the one guy who outperforms everybody else. In MSN, Lionel Messi. In BBC, Cristiano. In the trio of Mbappe, Neymar and Messi, it was Mbappe. There is always going to be the one who prospers the most, the one who wins the Ballon d'Ors, the one who takes home the individual awards. And out of the trio, or I will say, the 4 of Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vinny Jr., I'm just gonna say it, I see Mbappe being the main guy. But the main positive we can take out of this is, either way, whoever outperforms whoever, having 2 of the best players in the world is always a bonus. Because if Mbappe is out of form, Vinny Jr. is gonna be in form. If Vinny Jr. is gonna be out of form, Kylian Mbappe will be in form. So I think either way, Real Madrid are gonna have a strong chance of winning the Champions League this season. But you also have to think, will this spark Vinny Jr. leaving the club? Because we know he's dealing with all these things here in Spain. It's terrible to watch. It's insane that these things are still happening to him, with the racism and just overall childish behavior from the Spanish people. Will this spark Vinny Jr. to leave the club? Me personally, I don't want to see it. I do think he would cook there in the Premier League, but I don't want to see it. And overall, all of us who care about things like this, like the overshadowing, I think it's pointless, to be honest. I think the most important thing as a fan of a club like Real Madrid, you need to just focus on how the team plays and getting results. It doesn't matter these things of like individual brilliance, individual this, individual that. That stuff don't matter if you are a club supporter. If you are a Vinny supporter, I understand if you are upset that things are going the way they are going. And if you're a Mbappé fan, I understand if you want Mbappé to be the front runner, the one who's the main man, I understand. And that's why I say the main thing we should be focusing on is the connection of Vinny and Mbappé. The two of them together are dangerous and could be dangerous if they properly connect with each other. Because over this season, we have seen them struggle to connect. It has been pretty bad, but I will say, in the recent game, when Vinny Jr. scored, that was them two connecting. If we can see that going forward, we're gonna cook. But the thing I will say about this trio of Mbappé, Rodrigo, Vinny, is that it's way better, in my opinion, than BBC. BBC had egos. It had Ronaldo, he had a big ego. It had Bale, he also had a big ego. And that was a huge problem because they wouldn't pass to each other. It was so bad. Let me tell you something. If you are a new Real Madrid fan that did not witness the beginning stages of BBC, then in my opinion you haven't seen it all. Because there were times, especially in 2014/15, Gareth Bale was so selfish. He wanted to win a Ballon d'Or for himself, and he thought he was of a higher quality than Cristiano, and he wanted to overshadow Ronaldo. And what did that cause? Backlash towards him, because he was not on that level to be playing so selfish. And all of you must just be happy that there's unity in the team. There are no egos. They all want to get the best out of each other, and that's what I love. I love to see it. This new generation of Real Madrid players is truly a blessing, and we truly have to appreciate it. But that is my thoughts on the situation. What are your thoughts? Please tell me there in the comment section. I would love to read what you guys have to say and hear some different opinions. But smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications because it helps out the video. But peace out.